Okay students, today we'll continue with our previous unit only, data handling using pandas fun. Today we'll learn the topic data frame. In the last topic we have learned the data structure. Under data structure we have learned about series. Now today the second part of data structure we'll learn, that is your data frame. Data frame is somehow lengthy topic, so the part of data frame we'll learn today. Next, in the next class we'll continue with our data frame topics only. So first, what is data frame? Data frame is used for making the two-dimensional object or three or more than two-dimensional object, that is useful in representing data in the form of rows and columns. It is similar to a spreadsheet or an SQL table. This is the most commonly used pandas object. Once we store the data into the data frame, we can perform various operations that are useful in analyzing and understanding our data. Okay, so what is the data frame structure? You can see there the first is known as what, player name. This is known as what, your column, and this part is known as what, your rows. Okay, so how the index is being done in rows 0, 1 and 2. Okay, and in columns how index is being done, it has been indexed by 1, 2 and 3. From columns we use the index starting, for columns the index is being starting with 1, and for rows the index is being started with 0. This thing you should remember. For column we use the index as 1, starting index as 1, like player name is stored in which index, 1 index, and for row we use what index, we use what, 0 index for storing our values. Next, what are the properties of our data frame? Data frames has axis indices. Like I have said, I have informed row indices x is equal to 0. 0 index it has been started, and column index x is equals to 1. Second property is, it is similar to a spreadsheet whose row index is called index and column index is called what? Column name. Next, data frame contains heterogeneous data type. What do you mean by heterogeneous data type? Heterogeneous data types means what? Heterogeneous data type means what? The data which could not be changed. And homogeneous data type means what? The data which could be changed. The data frame size is mutable. The data frame data is also mutable. In series, the size was immutable, even though if you want to make it mutable, then the index we have to give, so it could be changed. So data frame size is mutable, and data frame data, the data which you are storing in your data frame is also what, your mutable means change. Mutable means what? The data which could be changed. The data which could be changed. Next, next, how could you be able to create your data frame? Okay, the data frame could be created by using four methods. First one is your series, second is list, third is your dictionary, and fourth is your by using array. Okay, so into how to create your empty data frame. If you want to create your empty data frame, you have to import your package. First is pandas, you have to import. Next, if you want to how you could be able to create your data frame, by giving by storing the values in your variable. I have given the variable name as df equals to pd dot data frame. What is the syntax? Pd dot data frame. Okay, next you will print what, your df means what, in which you have stored your data frame. Okay, in place of df you can write any variable name as sv, whatever you want to write you can write there. Okay, I have given the name as what, df, for storing my data frame objects. Okay, so you can see here it is the empty data frame, so column and index is what, your empty. Next, how to create data frame from series. How you could be able to create your data frame from series. Okay, so first From series, if you want to create, so first you have to give the series values also there. So you have to create the package first, import, you have to import your package first, pandas. Okay, next series values, you will store pd.series abcd. My values are there, series values are there by default. If I haven't given, so it will start with 0 index. Okay, next df equals to pd.dataframe.x. so data frame, I have stored my data frame object as what, df, and it will show the data frame of series s. Okay, next I will print s. Okay, so what will happen, here, you can get the output as what, abcd. It will be indexed from 0 1 2 3, and the default column name as what, your 0. Okay, next, data frame from dictionary of series. What is the data? How could you be able to create the data frame from dictionary of series? From dictionary, how you could be able to create? So first you need to import your package pandas. Next you will create the dictionary. Under that, the first row as a, you have given the values as 1 to 6. Next, the second column you are giving b. Under that also you are giving some values. Okay, storing some values. Next, you will create the data frame. For creating the data frame, you are giving the variable name as df. Under the df, you will create your data frame, and you will call what, dictionary as dic. Since in dic variable you have stored your dictionary values, so you will call here what, dic. Next, you will print what, your data frame df. So it will give you the output as this, you can see here. Okay, since the row indices is being displayed here from 0 to 5, next the column a and b, it has been stored. Okay, next, data frame from list of dictionaries. How could you be able to create the data from list of dictionary? In the previous topic we have seen dictionary of series. If you want to give the dictionary as a in the form of series pattern, so you will write the column name and the series object you will write there. But like column wise, if you want to give your values in the form of column wise, then this is the method of creating the dictionary. But if you want to give in the row wise, if you want to give your values in what format, row wise format, if you want to give, then this format you can apply here. Okay, so see, first name Sachin, next surname is Bharadwaj. In the second, in the name column you will get Vinod, surname is Verma. Like key and element method, here it has been followed. Like list of dictionaries, this is what, list of dictionary, and that is what, your series of dictionaries. Okay, in this the row wise data is being evaluated, and in the previous one the column wise data is being evaluated. The simple difference, you can see how the arrangement has been done. Okay, so by this two method you could be able to import your dictionary in what, your data frame. So in L I am storing what, my dictionary values. So next, data frame if I want to create, so I am creating by my variable name df1 equals to pd.dataframe L. L is what, your the value, the variable name where I am storing what, my dictionary values. Next, I'll print df1. Df1 means my data frame where I have stored. Okay, next you can see the output, how it has been arranged. Next, iteration on rows and column. What is iteration on rows and column? If we want to access record or data from a data frame row wise or column wise, then iteration is used. Pandas provide two functions to perform iteration. First is rows, and first if I want to get the data according to rows, then I will use what, itr rows. Next, if I want to get the data in column format, then I'll use what, itr items. Okay, so first itr rows, it is used to access the data row wise. Example, you can see, like I am using here dictionary. Okay, so I'll import my package pandas. Next, in the L, I'll store my dictionary values, like two rows I am inserting here. Okay, next, I'll import my dictionary in my data frame, you can see here. Next, I'll print my data frame. So here two values are being printed, you can see the first print option. Next, for rows index comma row value in, I am inserting here what my for loop I am giving here, row index comma row values in df1 dot itr row. So it will print what row index, it will print by using what row values. Okay, so the row values it being stored here, you can see here. Okay, next zero name is what zero values is being stored, and here the first values is being first value is stored here. Here the zero index is being stored, here the 1th index it will store. Since we have only two values, so here it has been not said that till where we have to stop, so by default it will give me all the output. Okay, but for that iteration is what looping we use, no? So here I am using what my for loop I am using here. Okay, next ITR items to access column wise. First I will import my package name. Next I'll store in the value in the variable name L my dictionary values. Next I'll print what I will import my data frame by giving the dictionary values there. Next I'll print df1 my data frame I'll print. So while printing, the first print command is being gone, so it will print the data frame. Next I am using here the iteration process by using for loop. So by using for loop, column name to column value it will we have to give in df1 dot itr items, so it will give us the column value. So the first column value you can see name value is there, first column name, so it will print the first value. Next in the second one, since here you can see till where we have to stop, it haven't represented here, so we have to so the output will be represented of all the columns. Okay, so first it will give us the first column detail, and second it will give the second column detail, since we have only two columns in our data frame. Okay, next select operation in data frame. How you can be able to operate in select operation? To access the column data, we can mention the column name as subscript. Example df employee id. Okay, if you want that the single column only should be displayed, so you have to give that particular column name in your subscript. Like in SQL also you were doing, no, like if you want to fetch the class detail only, so what we are using, select class only you were writing. So if you want only one data should be displayed, so you have to write df, under that which column you want to display, that column name you have to write in the subscript. Okay, like if I want employee ID, so I have to write emp id. This can also be done by using df dot employee id. There are two methods. By use under the braces also you can write, by giving the dot feature also you can write. To access multiple columns you will write by using what, by giving the commas you will insert. Next you can see the example of this. I am using here my dictionary values, so I'll import my pandas package. Next in the emp data, my dictionary name is emp data, under that I am inserting my values. I have used a dictionary series for that. Okay, so next is I will import now my data frame here by importing my dictionary variable as emp data. I am storing here emp data. Next I will print df. Okay, so you can see here under that pd dot data frame emp data, I am showing here my all the values, so it will show my all the values. Okay, next if I want to import my emp id only, so I will write here what df dot emp id, or df under that braces. Under braces also I have to give the column. Under the column I will write the column name, so I am writing the column name as what emp id. There are two methods, by dot feature or by writing in the subscript. Okay, but if you are writing in subscript you have to give the two columns also, so it will represent what your emp id values. If I want two columns to be displayed, emp id and ename, so it will display these two values. Okay, next to add and rename a column in data frame. If you want to add a column, or the column which is present, if you want to rename that particular column, then how you could be able to do that? So see, I have inserted here my package pandas. Next, by using series method I am using here. So s equals to pd dot series, I am inserting my values. 4 values I have inserted. Next, data frame I am creating by giving the variable name as df and importing the series by giving in the subscript. After that, df dot column list 1. Okay, so to rename the default column of data frame as list 1. Okay, so df list 2 to create a new column list 2 with all the values as what your 20. Next, df list 3. In that list 3, what will happen? Df list 1 plus df list 2. Under that, we are adding column 1 and column 2 and storing in the new column list 3. And next, I am printing what? Df. All the df will be printed. Okay, so see here, what will be the output? The list 1. Okay, list 1 is what? Your column. Since I have only one list in the series, we have only one list. So list 1, in list 1 you can see the series pattern 10, 15, 18, 20. Next list 2 is equals to 20. This is the scalar value 20. In every values you will get what? 20. So we have 4 indices. So in all the 4 indices we will found what? 20. And in list 3, what is happening? Here we are adding the two list, that is list 1 and list 2. After adding whatever the values will be there, it will be stored in what? In the list 3 in the list 3 columns. Okay. Next, to delete a column in data frame, how you could be able to delete your column? To delete a column, we have 3 methods. First is del, second is pop, and third one is your drop. So we will go all the 3 values. Okay, see, by using del, df list 3, first in the first example, the previous example, we can only see, like if you want to delete the third list, so what you will do? Del. Next, you will write there what? Df. Okay, I have given the name as what here? Df list 3 I have given here. You can see df list 3. So I have to write there also del df list 3. So what will happen? We can simply delete a column by passing the column name in subscript with df. Okay, next, output will be represented as what? You can see list 3 has been deleted. Next, if you are using pop, so what will happen? We can simply delete a column by passing column name in pop method. Okay, so there you have to write what? Df dot pop list 2. There you have not write df. Okay, so there you have to write what? Df dot pop list 2. You are seeing the syntax. Here we are writing what? Del df list 3, but here for using pop, under the df only you have to write what? Df dot pop list 2. Df is what? Your data frame name. Whatever the data frame name you have given, that data frame name dot pop you have to use. Then you have to write that which column you want to delete. So I have to delete my second list 2. So it will delete what? List 2. Then you have to pass the argument as df. When you will pass the argument as df, it will represent the output. Next, if you want, by using drop method, so like I have inserted the series, 4 series I have inserted. Next, I have created the data frame by using df. Next, df dot columns list 1, I am giving the column name as list 1. Next, df list 2, I am giving the df dot list 2 as 50, the scalar name as what? Your 50. Okay, so what we'll do? Df1 equal to df dot drop list 2 access 1. Access means 1 means what? Access 1 means to delete data column wise. Okay, so it will delete my first column data. Okay, next, df2 dot drop index 2 comma 3 access 0. Access 0 means what? Access 0 means to delete data row wise with a given index. Okay, so when you will print df, so it will do what? Will print first in this, see this one, it will print all the data. Next, after deletion I'm giving the name. Okay, I'm printing the text there after deletion. You see here, after deletion here you can see list 1 0 1 and 10 2. So what happens here, the axis 1 list 2 will be deleted. Okay, list 2 data will be deleted, so it will represent only the list 1 details. Next is second, print df2. Under df2 what will happen, it will show only the list 1 values. Okay, you can see here, see list 1, after deletion, the first df1, you can see here, it will delete the second list, it will show only the first list. After that, after row deletion df2, what will happen here, the second index and third index, it will be deleted, means the row wise data will be deleted, second and third details will be deleted from the row wise, and it will show the first and second row. Okay, thank you. This was all about your session.